All right, am I live? This is the first time I'm doing a live broadcast. I don't know if anyone's in here. Is anyone here? How do I even check?
Is anyone here?
Oh, that's my. All right. All right. I kind of wanted to get the community's opinion, or at least my small community that watches me, about the rules of MGTOW and what are the rules, if there are rules. And I think there are. Um, Hopefully, people can hear me. Hopefully, this sound when this is recorded. The rules that I have seen the rules that I have seen, and this is in somewhat ranked, slight ranking. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought until I went on Reddit, and I just watched a bunch of MGTOW content. And there's rules apparently. There's like a bunch of rules. There's like more rules as time goes on. Okay, perfect. The rules that I have seen before, when this all started, it was a philosophy, and now there's like a ton of rules. The rules that I have seen that I've somewhat ranked, it's loosely ranked. Number one, no marriage. Number two, no cohabitation. Number three, no PUAs because it's validation from women. Number four, no going after women for sex for the same reason. Number five, no having kids. Six, no being a kid. And then the last and the least important rule now is the philosophy. Live by the philosophy. Those are the rules that I have found for MGTOW content. It's a lot of rules. That's a lot. I don't know how you could be your own person. It's weird because on Reddit, if you look on Reddit, and I'll look right now, it actually says it's just like you could be yourself. Guys who are trying to find themselves through their own identity, but it's not. As soon as my slow computer ever starts to work. And there was a comment before that I saw. I wish the guy didn't delete it. This guy Travers, he said that you could be gay. You can't have sex with girls, but you can have sex with guys because girls get pregnant and guys don't get pregnant. Which it seems legitimate. Logically, that guy makes sense. Logically, that does make sense. Why can't I reach the servers? Okay. Yeah, this subreddit is for men going their own way, forging their own identities and paths to self-defined success. But it's not. It's not. Over time, I found that it's not. It's not forging your own identities. And there's a lot of you're not MGTOW if you go out with chicks. So apparently I'm not MGTOW. I'm my own MGTOW apparently. And does anyone have any thought? You two guys, do you have any thoughts? I agree with Bob Robert that it is a guy is your own individual. What an individual makes it. And my eye, I can't get my eyelid open. It's pissing me off. My eye is like stuck. I look like a hobgoblin. Also, I don't know if they're like when you put rules in, because there's also a discussion about group if it's a group, and when you put rules in, you're making qualifiers. You're putting in qualifiers. That would make it a group. That's the problem with rules. Rules will make it a group because you have to have qualifiers to get in, which is not good. I don't think that's a good thing. And then there's another no lead. There's no lead. It's not a group because there's no leaders. But still, Reddit mods, the people who control the information that gets sent out, those can be seen as leaders. Content creators can be seen as leaders. And Reddit is the main leader. I think they have the most people. They have 116,000 people. And then they can control if you get to see the information or not by banning you. They can just ban you apparently for no reason. I was looking at MGTOW 2, and they say that they just get banned for dissent, for disagreeing, probably because of the rules. So they have a lot of control. And the rules don't allow yourself to be compromised and lose control of your own. That's what I fucking agree with 100%. No marriage, because then that's what I agree with. So if there was a rule, I think no marriage makes sense. I mean, that's the one that makes the most sense, and no cohabitation. No marriage, because then she has control. Also, marriage license gives the state some control or say as well. And yeah, it really should be a brotherhood. I don't like the fighting, the infighting. It's a lot of infighting. of like my philosophy is better than yours. I was reading all my comments from the last video. You can date girls and be MGTOW. It's just making sure females abide by a certain set of rules. Yeah, I agree with that. If not, then you're allowed to move on. No, marriage is the main rule. Yeah, I think marriage is the main rule. I think really, if a woman is controlling you, then you're definitely not MGTOW. If you're just sleeping with women, and you're not cohabitating with them, and you can cohabitate with them because you have to sleep alone, because I can't sleep with someone else. My leg kicks them off the bed. I have to sleep alone. I have to just be alone. There ain't no brothers when there is scent of pussy. Well, yeah, that's true. Guys will fight over pussy. Guys will fight over pussy. That is a problem. I mean, unless one guy has a ton of value, and then he doesn't have to fight at all. He's just going to rake in the pussy. That's really the ultimate goal, I think. The ultimate goal is to just make yourself so goddamn valuable. What's going on? That's one of my dedicated fans, Old Man Flappy Nuts. Yeah, the ultimate goal is to raise your value enough where you don't have to do anything. That's like my goal in life. My goal in life is just to raise my value to a point where I don't have to do anything. I would love that life. That would be an amazing life. But it's steering away from the philosophy, which is what I loved about MGTOW, the philosophy of bettering yourself. I mean, that was the whole thing. I thought it was the whole thing. As more and more people came in, more rules were set up because everyone's different and everyone has different opinions. Also, it's a whole lot more. Apparently, MGTOW 2 is saying it's been flooded by incels because incels get kicked out of everything else. Incels have been getting kicked out, which is wrong. You shouldn't be kicking out people. Me Too'd. The judge gave the prosecutor a laundry list as to why they should not pursue the case. What happened? I don't explain that. What is that? I don't know a whole lot about law. Sorry if I am, but I just had a preliminary trial on Friday because I have. You've been Me Too'd. Oh, someone said you harassed them. That's what happened to me, by the way. I don't know if you watched my videos, but one of my videos I talk about my coworker says that I stalked her into the. I followed her intimidatingly into the clinic room. What happened? Work off? Well, I'm off from work. I just got off from work. That's why I still have my work clothes on. Holy shit. How? What happened? What was the whole thing? Like, where were you? And like, what did she say? Did you even like say hello to her? And she's just like, why? What happened? I would like to know how this happens because this is so I could stay away from this myself. Because after that shit happened to me at work, anything can happen, really. Anything can happen, because especially if you're tall and big. You went to the bathroom together. Isn't it boys and girls bathroom though? How could it be the same? Oh no, at work, yeah, it could be the staff bathroom. You went to the bathroom together consensually. Oh no. Why though? Why at work? I would wait for after work. Why at work? Oh, you got suckered in. I would never do it at work. I work for the government though. It's a little more strict. It's very strict. You need like a card key just to get into the fucking bathroom. You got to bypass like 7 security guards. What did she say? That you raped her? Did you have sex with her? Although I don't know if a lot of MGTOW want to hear about sex with girls. It's not really a big thing MGTOW's like hearing about. The little head rule. Is the little head rule the one that makes the decisions? I think that's anti-MGTOW though. I think MGTOW, the big head is supposed to be making the decisions with the little head. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do any of that. Now you're fucked. You're fucked kind of, because if you did have sex, you're fucked. Is that a rule, by the way? One of the rules of MGTOW, you can't have sex with chicks at work. But just going back, unless you just keep talking, but going back, apparently incels have flooded MGTOW 1, which is whatever. The reason MGTOW is growing is because people aren't getting sex. I mean, that's normal, but incels are getting banned from everything else. Buyer's remorse because she was engaged at the time. What the hell are you doing? Oh no, you walked right into a trap. An engaged chick? What? Yeah, buyer's remorse. That's actually a PUA term, by the way. Buyer's remorse. You dabbled in PUA. I dabbled in PUA a little bit when I was younger. I hated it though. I can't stand PUA. I can't do it. I suck at PUA. I don't like it. I don't like talking to chicks. I just don't like talking to chicks. I like having sex with them, but I do not like talking to them. Oh, I talked about the rules before. I'll go over it again. I know. Well, yeah, if it isn't a movement, there aren't no rules. Right. There shouldn't be any rules. But I went over the rules that I've seen. The rules that I've seen: no marriage, no cohabitation, no PUAs because it's validation by women, no going after women for sex, it's validation by women, no having kids, no being a kid, and live by the philosophy, which is like the weakest rule now. But that's the problem with rules is that it creates a movement. I mean, the rules don't create a movement. The rules create a group because once you have a qualification process with criteria where people cannot get into that clique or whatever you want to have an analogy for the word group, it does make it a group, and I could see why everyone would call it a group outside of MGTOW, and I also can see why everyone outside of MGTOW calls it a movement because people are joining it, and there is actions involved. Although apparently not anymore, the philosophy doesn't matter anymore. So apparently it's not a movement. Actually, it's actually a pretty good argument that it's not a movement because the philosophy doesn't matter anymore. It's just rules. What is MSTOW? Yeah, it doesn't matter, Codex. It doesn't matter. Girls can say in line. Girls can say whatever they want. Girls are heard much more than guys. Guys are seen as like evil doers who everything's bad. Everything a guy does is evil and it's bad and he has sinister intentions. I wish it was more philosophy. It's not even half philosophy anymore. If you look at like the content now, it's not even like philosophy. It's like it's just about it's just about hate. Well, hating women is big. But I can understand why people hate women is because women give them nothing, give them no sex, give them no affection. They only choose Chad. So why wouldn't you be angry at them? Yeah, it's becoming an incel thing. I think it's becoming an incel thing. I haven't done a whole lot of research. I just read some MGTOW 2 talk where it was where they were talking about how it's becoming an incel thing. But an incel thing, the thing is like an incel. I don't know if that's MGTOW because he's not choosing to be MGTOW because an incel is involuntarily celibate. He doesn't want to have sex. So how is he a MGTOW? He does. He wants to have sex, but he can't. That wouldn't be MGTOW, which is why it's weird. I don't know how an incel could be MGTOW. I think you have to choose. I think it should. It has to do with choice. It is driven by bitterness. Yeah, that's why it's hard for people to join. That's why I can't put my put the acronym on myself because it's a lot of bitterness and it's associated now with a lot of bad things because of the bitterness. It's being associated with bad stuff now, and it went haywire. That's really a lot of incels who are MGTOW. I don't know how you could be both because an incel, the word is involuntarily celibate. You want to have sex, but you can't. I know. I watch Coach Greg Adams. He's really good. He's really good. He's funny too. Double the monkey backflips, whatever he says. $12,000 in legal fees. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think being married and then having kids. I think that's like a perfect time to go MGTOW. Yeah, a lot of incels are MGTOW, and not a lot of MGTOW. I guess not a lot of MGTOW are incels, but a lot of incel are MGTOW. But a lot of incels are joining MGTOW because they're getting kicked off. I remember when incels had Incel Me, and they also had a couple other websites, but they keep getting banned from the internet. Yeah, it's hard to get through to an incel, dude. I was an incel till 24 years old, and I went on their website, Incels Me, to talk to them and just tell them like you have to better yourself if you want to have sex and improve your value. But they just fucking shit on you. Like they're so mean, they're so angry because the world's fucked them over so hard, and a lot of them look terrible and they got bad genes and whatever. So the world has fucked them. So I can see why they're angry, but they don't. A lot of them don't want to listen to bettering themselves. They're kind of like nihilistic. They're like fuck the world. I don't care about life. No, well, MGTOW's going to grow. I mean, it gained 10,000 people on Reddit in like less than 7 weeks, which is insane. It actually gained 10% of its Reddit audience in 7 weeks because it was 106K or less than 10%, like 9%, whatever. And so that's insane. I think MGTOW is going to keep going up. I don't think it's stoppable because women are so hypergamous. I think it's the hypergamy that make a lot of people MGTOW, and there's a lot of incels that are joining MGTOW. I think it's the hypergamy. But I thought MGTOW was okay. Let me better myself to get a goal. Let me better myself to get my goal, whatever my goal is. And if your goal is to have sex, then have your goal to have sex. And if your goal is to get married, once you get married, you're not MGTOW, but at least you used MGTOW to be happy and get a goal. Like the point of life is to be happy. You shouldn't force yourself to be something you're not. You should just be yourself. If you want to get married, go get married. You're not MGTOW anymore, but at least you use the philosophy to be happy. Oh, it's definitely exceeding any current philosophy. There's no doubt about that. I've seen conservative right. I've seen a channel. You talking about a channel named conservative alt right neo traditionalism? What is? I know I've heard of alt right and it's been demonized, and I don't know if it's actually bad. I can't comment. I don't like commenting about political stuff. Um, I really don't like touching on political shit because then you have to pick a side. It's fucking. I am much better not knowing anything political. When I walk outside, nothing has changed in my life, whether I know political stuff or not. Men sent their own way. That is what it's becoming. It's becoming men sent their own way. That is what it is. Yeah, I think you have to choose. But a lot of people are they're being their own MGTOW with their own rules, which is fine. I guess you could do that. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird and complex now. That's what I thought. And the knowledge, right? Not just the philosophy, but the knowledge of hypergamy, women's nature, everything. All the numbers that are involved in dating, in marriage, divorces, the money they get, how much power a man has compared to a woman in society. That's also what it was about. I love that part of it too. That's the best part of it besides the philosophy. That's the second best part of it is the knowledge. The knowledge is the second best part. The first best part is the philosophy. Yeah, do women even play golf? I don't even know if women play golf. I know women try to get into sports, like low value women try to get into sports to have sex with chads and stuff. I don't know if it works out for them. I mean, they don't have to do anything to have sex with chad. No one tells women, listen, just go outside and bend over and you can have sex. I haven't played real golf though. I play mini golf. I'm a fan of mini golf. Mini golf is what I like. I like the low skill involved. We're a 6-year-old. I'm trying to beat a 6-year-old. Yeah, and unity. Yeah, unity is key. I didn't see that, but it's not unity anymore. It's about just division and fighting because of the personality types of people joining. I think they're just angry inside, and so they can't help but be angry at other people. That's pretty much their value, though. Like if I was a girl, if I was a hot girl, that's all I would fucking be manipulating guys all day. I would first of all, I would accept that my value is my looks as a female. I would thank God if I was blessed with good genetics as a female and be like, okay, I'm gonna abuse this. I'm gonna abuse this and just get my way in life. And a lot of tens do that. A lot of tens just abuse their looks. But that's what I would do if I was a girl. Knowledge is key. What society would do after an overthrow is preserve MGTOW. Yeah, there probably is going to, I think there's going to be a nuclear holocaust before an overthrow, though. And then after, if that happens, by the way, it's going to be like Rape City. It's going to be a bunch of like ravenous guys raping women out there. It's going to be horrible for women. If a nuclear holocaust or like an end of society ever comes, women are doomed. That's why I like being a guy. I like being a guy because I can absolutely take care of myself better as a guy than as a female. What is I haven't looked into the plantation too much. I get the plantations being married and being whipped. I don't know a whole lot more. I may have seen like Sandman's video on the plantation. PR makes that. What is PR? Public relations. these sports women would just go to the gym. Yeah, it's hilarious. You know why they don't go to the gym though? Is because they don't have to. A girl only needs to be a 6 to get chat. So they don't even need to go to the gym. That's the problem. Guys have to be a 10. Like guys have to go to the gym every day and get an amazing job and do everything. And that's why you see more guys in the gym. Even though girls values based on looks, they still don't fucking. It doesn't matter. Their looks don't matter. Their values based on looks, but guy still has to look perfect compared to a girl. Oh, what does red shifts make too? I'm becoming more. I'm becoming more. Kevin Ford. Is that the real Kevin Ford, my friend? Is that? There's no way, dude. If you found my channel, I was gonna say something important too, Kevin Ford. Oh, what's going on, man? You're getting married. He's not. Kevin Ford is not MGTOW, but he's really cool. He was MGTOW. Kevin Ford was MGTOW for a long time. Politics is important because government controls every aspect or influences every aspect of your life. Politics is important because government controls every aspect of. Oh, you've been looking for me? Well, I try to keep my regular life separate from my YouTube life. I like Seinfeld, worlds colliding. I don't like worlds colliding. I know that I had a lot of my the people that I know in real life liked my old content of just me doing diary entries every day. I know they like that, but no one else likes that. I do like making people laugh, and if I'm not making anyone laugh, those are pointless. But I wanted this. It was something important that I wanted to talk about before, after the treadmill thing. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is a tough. It's tough to know if I'm getting love or not because MGTOW. It's like talking to ravenous wolves. MGTOW content. If you deter from mainstream MGTOW philosophy, you get so many dislikes that I don't know if the content is good or not. Like the content might be I just want it to be entertaining. I don't really care. I want people to be entertained. That's all I want. DJ, I deter, Deeter, Deeter, teacher. Well, I was originally doing this, but I was always a loner, so I've always looked at MGTOW stuff, uh, and then I just kept getting fascinated with MGTOW because it's pretty. I don't. No one likes being a movement, but it's becoming this giant thing that I think is just going to be unstoppable. Like because of how many people aren't getting sex. Uh, but I'm more of a kinder MGTOW where it's like we're focused on bettering yourself. Don't hate women so much. It's more nature's fault. I blame nature more than women. And it's not really women's fault. I don't think it's nature who made them that way. Stress test the MGTOW narrative. I got to look them up then. That and the red pill. Yeah, I was originally into the red pill. The red pill is much more broad. MGTOW is like a subsection of the red pill. MGTOW is like changing into a subsection of the red pill and becoming like an incel thing. Hub truth. I thought it said dendro. But I don't get I mean I understand some points. Because I agree with the no marriage, no cohabitation. But I understand the point of being not no PUAs because you're getting validation from women. But I don't care. Like I get self-esteem out of hooking up with another woman, just like I get self-esteem out of doing something at my job. I mean, it's mean to say, but if you look at them as objects, then if you look at women as objects, which is horrible to say, why wouldn't you get validation out of getting more objects? I mean, what the fuck? Do you think all of this is by design? It's weird because, like, I don't know if I believe in God or the supernatural. I believe in the universe, but I think it kind of is by design accidentally. I think nature is trying to make a perfect being by forcing women to go after the best quality male they can possibly get and making better human beings. I think nature wants that. I think nature is merciless and like doesn't care about you and it just cares about making a better organism. If you want entertainment, go to Igor MGTOW. Oh, I've seen Igor. He's like a 10-year-old. I know. He was funny. He comments on my channel, and I was like, okay. I thought he was I thought everyone was like as old as me. He's like 12. I mean, he's a really nice kid, but I don't know if he can be MGTOW at that age. He's really smart, probably. Yeah, he must be really smart. Yeah, nature made cancer, right? To get rid of the overpopulation. Right, there's more life than women, but the thing is, like, a lot of incels and MGTOW focus their lives on women by hating women. Like, everything is women. Like, everything, their whole lives are women. My life is money's one. Like, my job. If I lose my job, I'm gonna fucking, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, money's one. I would like to get a better and better jobs where I work. And then two is probably still like getting stuff, but to get women, to get sex, so that I can have everything. But I want to be able to have sex with everybody. I want to be able to bang everybody. I want to have the choice. I want to be like a dictator, where not like a dictator, but like someone like who can just, I have total control of my life. Yeah, red pill rage. Yeah, that's a lot. It's going around a lot. There's a lot of parallels to what we do today compared to what happened to the Greeks in Rome. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a lot more rape back then, I think, because there was no cameras. Yeah, MGTOW, definitively, MGTOW would be eternal bachelor. Like, if you went by the exact definition, a man going his own way from women, I guess, because you're saying man and not a person going his own way. So you're kind of putting women in there. It is selfish, but I've been selfish my entire life. I've been so selfish my whole life. I'm just naturally selfish. I don't know if it's helped me, but I'm just naturally selfish. Like, I just wanted what I wanted all the time. And I don't even like give gifts. I just started giving gifts, like my mom, my dad, for Mother's Day and Father's Day, like 2 years ago, because someone's like, "What are you doing? You have to give gifts." My coworker, and I'm like, "Oh shit, all right." I just started doing that like 2 years ago. That's how like cold I am. I think everyone is there's like altruism. There's no such thing as altruism. I think everything you do is for yourself, even helping someone else. I help other people for myself so that I feel better. That's why I help other people. If I felt worse helping other people, I probably wouldn't help other people. But then again, that could be by design so that you help everyone. That could also be by design, on purpose. Men are the rulers of this world. They were. Men used to be. Uh, men are the rulers with everything except the ability to get sex. Women will always have it easier to get sex unless there was no law, and then men are just out there raping chicks. Then it's fucking Mad Max world out there. Blue Monday. What is Blue Monday? Oh, Blue Monday is a 40-year-old dude, right? I think he's a mental cell. I've seen him. He's a mental cell. He's a great looking guy with like a perfect hairline at 40 something years old. I don't know how he can, with like blue eyes. Like, dude, come on, man. You can't get a girl. You're choosing not to get a girl. You're not an incel. I never seen Forever Alone. I've heard of Forever Alone, the Reddit. But I've told Blue Monday he's a mental cell, and he's replied like, "I'm not a mental cell. I'm just smart, and women don't like smart people." But I'm like, dude, you could talk on a date for 3 hours as a smart person. A mental cell is like you don't have the social skills. Uh, I was probably a mental cell. I didn't have the social skills. I get angry over nothing. I didn't know girls whatsoever. I had no idea about girls at all. I mean, I grew up in a total male-dominated household. My dad was a Marine, strict Marine. I had a brother who was an artist, but I mean, and then my mom was like not even there. I mean, she was there for me, but when it came to rules, she was just like subservient. My dad was kind of like everything. We're spiraling downward. I gotta read some of the reasonable selfishness is important. Yeah, but that isn't selfishness. You can't help someone else. We're spiraling downward as a civilization. I think we are too. We will either regain patriarchy. I think that will probably happen because the angrier men get, in the end, like who's stronger, men or women? If you came down to it, women would be in trouble. That's why women have to cling on to the government. It's on. I mean, it's men are still the rulers of this world. Oh yeah, yeah. The alpha males are absolutely. They have everything. They can because they collect all the women on top of it. So it's like women have no power over them, and they have power. They have influence on society. To kill the top. Well, I can't, dude. I still have my work clothes on. For God's sakes, I'm gonna get fired just for this. Okay, well, in Houston, you have to drink and have money. Looks matter, but it's mostly about money. Yeah, money. I think money's number one. I think a lot of people say looks is number one. Okay, looks can't keep girls though. To keep having sex with them, you can't keep having sex with them with looks. You will probably keep having sex with them with money. Eventually, they want to be girlfriend and boyfriend is the problem. But then you just move on. How many cells are there? There's a lot of cells. There's so many cells. I've just heard of Econ Cell, which is a new one, which is you don't have money. I would be an econ cell. If I didn't put so much work in, I just put a lot of work in because I have to get my nuts out. I have to. I don't have a fucking choice. It's such a drive in me that I can't. I have to do it. I know, but it gives me drive to better myself. My desire to have sex with women makes me better because I want to gain value for myself. And I don't have desire in one woman. I have desire in getting banging a ton of women, which is I thought natural. I thought guys are supposed to want to bang tons of women. I thought that was the whole thing of being a guy. I thought that was the whole fucking thing. Anarcho-capitalism. I think that's what we're in, aren't we? Aren't we in anarcho-capitalism? Oh, how many cells? Mental cell is what I was. It is. I mean, how many fucking cells? There's a lot of cells. I can't think of them on the top of my head. Uh, oh, I don't know. I would have to look it up again. Jail cell. No, dude. There's no such thing as a jail cell. If you're in jail, you can get chicks. Chicks like send letters to guys in jail. If you're in jail, it's so backwards. Like it's so fucking backwards. Chicks just send letters to guys. And that guy who killed his wife and his kids is getting like an enormous amount of letters, love letters from psychotic women, which doesn't matter. A psychotic vagina and a regular vagina is the same vagina to me. That's the same exact vagina. It doesn't matter to me. None of the traits of the woman matter to me besides her looks. Her looks. I mean, that's what makes me want to have sex with her. I don't care about how crazy she is, anything else. But that guy is getting tons. He's getting tons of fucking. His life still sucks, unless he hasn't killed himself by now. And he should. He's a fucking dirtbag. But all economics models break down eventually due to human nature. I think so too. It's just cycle after cycle. Yeah, every civilization comes to an end. All of them. And I don't even think America is that old compared to like really old civilizations. I mean, I don't know regular history too much though. I would be an econ cell. Well, you're 19. I had sex at 24, dude. You still have. Yeah, I mean, that you don't even. Yeah, I would be an econ cell. I think I'm an econ cell, to be honest. But you're balls deep in the MGTOW stuff, old man. Oh, you had sex. Oh. Oh, so you're like a Chad, dude. Having sex at 19? Compared to me, you're like a Chad. The most important lesson from MGTOW is being your own man. Yes, 110%, and going your own way. If guys create rules that other guys have to follow, they don't understand. That's exactly the thing. That's exactly the thing. But then once you say that, people are like, well, then every guy could be MGTOW, which is kind of true. Every guy could be MGTOW. But I think that's the point. Like, you should be your own MGTOW. I think you should be your own MGTOW. Oh, you just chose not to have sex. Oh, okay. We'll do it now when you're 19 because it doesn't happen when you're 32. Do it now. If you want to have sex with a virgin woman, I don't know why. I mean, she's going to be in a lot of pain, depending on if you're blessed down there. She's going to be in a lot of pain. Yeah, I don't know how you got to find a virgin woman, especially in today's day with online dating. Yeah, how on earth is that? I don't even think that exists anymore. That doesn't exist. And all virgin women, it's hilarious because even women in general, they go after like not even chads, they go after like super chads. Overthrow the government. I think Antifa is already planning that. Antifa is already planning to overthrow the government. They're trying to at least. So they're failing miserably, but they're trying to overthrow the government. Yeah, MGTOW is definitely what you make of it. Your life is what you make of it. Yeah, yeah. I think if you want to bring MGTOW back, it should be brought back to the roots of the philosophy of being yourself and bettering yourself. But that's dead now. And who knows where it'll be in a year. I mean, in 7 weeks, it gained 10K people on Reddit. I mean, good God. And it's being silenced like everywhere, which probably only helps it. Like incels being silenced and MGTOW being silenced, it probably only helps because it makes people curious. Like, well, what are they being silenced about? Let me see what the hell's going on in there. MGTOW Mirror Zeitgeist Eater? What is that? I know you told me about that. I saw MGTOW Mirror. It's just replays of videos. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you? How to support Antifa going to overthrow themselves? They're attacking gay immigrants. Are you serious? Wait, what happened? I don't. I try not to follow anything. They're attacking gay immigrants. I thought Antifa was like big SJWs, pro everything, like pro immigration, pro gay, pride, pro everything. I thought Antifa was just pro everything. I thought Antifa was pro everything except sanity. There's a lot of censorship now. There's a whole lot of censorship now. And that's why that BitChute is being opened, that new website. Tor Linux, Freenet Tor Linux. I went on BitChute and I saw, but like BitChute is a baby company right now. It's like the highest views is like a couple thousand or something. Like Paul Watson or another guy is on there and he gets like a few thousand views. Meanwhile, his YouTube gets like hundreds of thousands of views. It's very like small. I mean, YouTube is probably going to remain giant forever. I think we'll end up in techno-totalitarian government and the whole world will be like China. Absolutely going to be ruled by technology. We already kind of are, but we're absolutely going to be ruled by technology. What is Cloudflare? We have no choice, too, to be ruled by technology. We have no choice. Eventually, it's going to be Mad Max, the world of Mad Max, where people overthrow the government eventually by like insider people. People inside the government, like whistleblowers, will just have enough. They'll have had enough and just start releasing shit they shouldn't release, like the Snowden guy. And it's going to break apart from the inside, like Rome, when Rome battled each other. Rome just had different generals fighting each other for power. What is Zeitgeist Eater? I may have looked up Zeitgeist Eater if he was part of the MGTOW Mirror. If MGTOW gets the church mentality and starts imposing rules, it'll follow feminism into hell. It is, dude. It's following feminism. It really is following feminism. You said in another video going MGTOW 2. Well, I'm not going MGTOW 2. I'd probably just end MGTOW 2. And you'd be better off just going John Delato. Yeah, I know. But I'm not accepted anywhere as John Delato MGTOW. It is like, I like to have some type of community. I mean, being alone, completely alone, even from other guys. It will be Mad Max around 2072. I know, yeah, I'm just myself. I always had problems accepting rules. Because my dad, I guess, being a Marine, having rules as a kid, I couldn't accept rules. Oh, thanks. At least I got you guys. You guys will watch my content. I think, yeah, 2072 is probably a good guess. Oh, God, hunting's awful. You ever been in Boy Scouts? I was in Boy Scouts for like 5 years. Hunting, I never hunted, but camping is so bad. I just remember camping, that you have to take a shit in like this hut, that is just a hole, and there's no door. You just walk in and just shit. You just squat down and shit in a hole. I don't even remember toilet paper. I don't even know if you wipe your ass with like the leaves that are around you. And then I remember like one tent had like 17 earwigs in the fucking bed. And I was like, good God. It was like India. Yeah, the camping is like India. And that was like a Boy Scout retreat where it's like clean. It's not even like, it's clean camping where it's already done. I know, but I like, the thing is, I like looking at the mainstream content besides the niche content because I want to see where MGTOW is going. I want to see where mainstream MGTOW is going. I want to see the trend. And the trend looks like angry people who haven't had sex. That's what the trend looks like, or really just angry people. It's a lot of angry people. It's hard to not be angry. It's especially when you join something angry and you go into something angry and then you become angry because it's like going onto you. It's like why cops are angry because they're just fucking people yelling at them all day, and like why receptionists are angry. You just become angry. It's not a healthy place. Look into John. I'll look into myself. I've looked into myself for a long time. I haven't found anything. It's like an abyss. Um, it's an empty canvas. I don't have a passion. I have no passion. I used to have a passion a long time ago. I wanted to be a competitive gamer, but that's gone with my risks and my age. But man, I look like looking into mainstream MGTOW. I'm also I might do videos on just looking at what they talk about. I don't know how many people are actually in here. Can you tell how many people are actually in the chat? It looks like just 4 people. It's weird because my videos, I'm a baby. I only get like 100 views, but at least that's 100 views. Yeah, it's true. Everyone's their own leader. I just don't know. I would like to have a direction though. I like to have a direction and a goal because I like putting everything into my goal. I like fucking just going like hardcore into my goal. And I used to do it gaming. I used to just stay up for 30 hours gaming. Tolerant? What is it, like beer? Can I drink a lot of beer? Oh, I have 11 viewers. That's more than I thought. I thought I would have 1. And career women will pay for to have MGTOW men companionship. Yeah, well, Japan apparently is already doing that. Apparently, women in Japan are already paying to have to be hang out with men. Because a lot of guys, and I think like 60% of guys are single. I don't remember my numbers that I had in another video. Yeah, you can't be free. Anger does not let you be free. It's 100. Yeah, that is so true. Incels use MGTOW as a crutch, probably for their hurt feeling. MGTOW accept reality and try to find. Yeah, there's a whole part of people that don't accept the reality of their value. When I started to raise my values, when I accepted how low my value was, that was when I started to raise my value. Living in an illusion is not. It doesn't help over the long run when you get older and then you realize like, holy shit, they're paying for male companionship. Yeah, yeah. Oh, politically tolerant? Yeah, I try to be because I don't like choosing a side because my life is worse when I get into politics. Like my life is worse and I'm angrier. It's just worse. And then I have to only hang out with half the people that I can hang out with. It's because people need an outlet. That was the whole point of monogamy. I mean, most guys eventually just got laid. The most incels there are, the more likely people will rebel. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about going to Japan, honestly. One day I might go to Japan. But I have a federal job where I can get paid anywhere. I'll probably just move around the states. I can get paid anywhere as long as I work at the VA, any VA. I get my pension. People need to be angry. Nothing will happen if no one gets. Well, you could be angry, but anger helps you. Anger helps you get motivated, but it can kill your happiness. It can just kill your life. I think there's a way of adjusting your anger and temperament to make it help you. I think it goes overboard sometimes. Plus, certain women won't date you if you're conservative. Yeah, especially in New York, dude. In New York, because I do online dating, there's so many like I only date other liberals. I won't date conservative Trump supporters. Get out. Like they won't even talk. I hung out with this woman who was a total feminist. She hated Jordan Peterson, who I like, and it was hard as hell. I couldn't even hang out there anymore. And all I did, I would hang out there. I would have sex with her. I would go there, have sex with her, and leave. And I couldn't even do that anymore. I was like, you have actually done what I thought couldn't be done, and I don't even want to have sex with you. That's how bad this is. Like, that's what it became. No one can be happy. No could be happy in the state of things. Well, yeah, if your life sucks, you can't be happy. But you still have to accept that your life sucks and try to change it. A lot of like MGTOW, new MGTOW, or like incel MGTOW, they're not wanting to change. They just like complaining. They just like complaining and saying how terrible it is and women are terrible, but priority should be bettering yourself. Yeah, it's a very good motivator, but I think it may I gain focus out of it, but horrible focus where everything else suffers and my life suffers, and I get physical pain from my anger. I think anger is like driving a truck at full speed with your that's exactly what it's like. They need to transmute their anger and overthrow government. Oh, hold on. My door. I think I just got my jerk off device. It's like a big box. It can only be. I didn't order any more protein for my protein shake. I may have just got my jerk off thing. My fucking, what is it called? My fleshlight launch, dude. You know how happy I am right now? If that's the fleshlight launch, oh my God. I may never go outside again. Good God. No, I don't get pizza. I try to stay away from pizza. There's nothing like nutritional about it. It's like salt and it's sodium and carbs. I'm gonna make a review, dude. I'm gonna make a review. I may lose viewers, but I don't care. I'm dying to fucking I'm dying to do it. I'm dying to use it and make a review. Yeah, well, I'm at an age at 19. When I was 19, I was like, oh, you're using a jerk off. You're getting a fleshlight. What a loser. But at 32, it's like fleshlight, dude. Oh, Alex, what's going on? The live review? No, I can't. Yeah, I'll get banned off of YouTube for a live review. All right, so now you just fucking put it on here, you let your balls hang, and just fucking go to town. January Jones, an actress, is a mega feminist and said she hates that she's attracted to conservative, manly men. She's lying. She doesn't want her son to be raised by a toxic. She's lying. It's plain and simple. Overthrowing the government because girls are more attracted to manly men. Attraction has nothing to do with logic. It has nothing to do with logic. Overthrowing the government won't work unless you have a logical plan. And plus, people. You need people and like weapons. And I'm not about overthrowing the government, especially because I work for the government. It's better to join them than to fight them. If you can't beat them, join them. You can make a fleshlight with latex glove and a sock and a cup. I know, but I have to use the whole point that I got this thing was that I don't have to jerk myself off. It'll jerk me off because of my wrists. Because of my wrists and this area on my arm, that area on your forearm kills me. It kills me because I can go for a while just from training, just from years of being alone. Civil War II by Mark My Words. I've seen a few things like Civil War II and like World War VII and a bunch of stuff like that. And then it's inevitable, I think. But I need this thing to do it for me. Twice a month. Holy Christ. That's monk mode. That's near super monk. Monk mode is like just staying away from girls, but you're fapping. And then super monk mode is like you don't even fap. That's an ultra. That's when you like have magical powers at that point. This one video has official documentation on how it would play out. Yeah, well, it would. Whoever, I don't even know how it would play out because I don't know the sides. Oh man, what wouldn't be your alternative to the current states? I don't know. It depends. I would have to see the sides. Like a blue versus red fight. Honestly, I think red is going to beat blue. There was a war. I think red is like, I think blue is louder than red, but red is like secretly like everyone has guns. And it's like, oh, it's like a gun owner hoping a burglar comes in to rob him. And he's like, please come rob me. Please come and try and rob me. I think those pipes got to clean. Yeah, you got to clean the pipe. What I thought is like your balls just get bigger from like the production of sperm and your balls just get heavier. Like, aren't your balls just clanging around when you don't jerk off? That was what like I have to get it out to empty it. Multiple factions within red. Fourth generation warfare? I don't know. What is that? Team red. I masturbate like twice a day. Twice a day. I don't have to, but it's like, honestly, I look forward to it. Like, that's my day. Like I'm at work and I'm like, okay, at least I get to go home and masturbate later. At least I get to do that. Do your damn research, John. I know. Well, dude, there's so much to research. I have a full-time job. What am I going to do? I can't just, when I was 19, I could stay on my computer and look at shit all day. That's what I did. I don't even like blasting on a girl. This isn't really MGTOW talk, to blast on a girl. A lot of people don't like that type of talk. People are gonna downvote this. Plus, I can focus at better work with less fap. Yeah, when you fap less, I think you do more with your life. I think when you fap more, it's like it's like being a drug addict where you're just like on a fix and you're like, I need to get my next fix. I just got to get my next fix, and you don't actually do anything else. I'm not from the U.S., but as an outside observer, you guys have serious divisions, and that won't end be solved by politics or even civil war. Yeah, nothing can solve it, I think. How would you unite the country? You can't even unite the country now. You can't unite the country now. Yeah, college isn't a total waste. You do need to look good on paper. That's what I've learned. You got to look good on paper. Uh, Looking good on paper gets you the interview, and then the interview gets you the job. But now it's so competitive. It's just insanely competitive. Like I have a bachelor's degree and I'm a receptionist. I'm like an advanced receptionist who does computer work for the boss. And I have a bachelor of science and it doesn't even like because I work with doctors and shit and they think I'm like a retard. They just consider me like a total retard. They talk down to me and just their tone of voice. It's like, dude, can I have some respect? I'm still a human being, for God's sakes. I'm currently working and have a decent position within construction. Damn, you're working. So you're like on top of your game. You're doing everything out there. You have like you and your IQ is like a 180. You know all this stuff. Don't do too much though. I know you go into a lot of political stuff, but don't and conspiracy stuff. Don't go too much. Don't do too much. I try to stay away from conspiracy theories after a while. I like looking at them, but then I start thinking everything is a conspiracy. Like everything. I just start thinking everything's fucking. I don't know how much MGTOW this is. This deterred from MGTOW talk, but I didn't think it was going to be a whole. I didn't have a lot to say about the rules. I didn't even think the stream would go this long. I thought I would do like 15 minutes. This is like doing stand up in a comic only place where there's like six guys and you're just talking to each other, but you're not doing comedy. Just fucking hanging out. Too many foreign ideas at people now with people kneeling at the flag. I know it's ridiculous. People kneeling at the flag for reasons that like they don't know enough to be kneeling at the flag. Like they just spout things that they heard, like the police are killing people, and so I'm gonna fucking kneel at the flag. But like, why kneel at the flag? You do something else. Like kneeling at the flag is the wrong message you send. You can send a better message. Yeah, a lot of I don't know. I don't look into too many other countries. I know every other country is becoming MGTOW. Japan is like the biggest MGTOW there is. No, there's no American. There's no. It's like be your own American now. It's like whatever MGTOW. What's the American version of MGTOW? It's like be your own American. But again, it kind of should be that. Well, there's no nationalism. If you're a nationalist, if you have pride in your country in America now, you're like a demon. They just demonize you. Like, how dare you have pride? Because nationalism is associated with racism, like white nationalism, and so it's like, but it's like, dude, it's not that. It's just that you like your country, and like, why wouldn't you? Black people were involved in building the country, so nationalism. How would that? It doesn't make any sense. Many are not, but many are. Check out the MGTOW solution. The MGTOW solution. What is that? What is the MGTOW solution? Yeah, I think no one is out. That's very MGTOW too. No one's obligated to each other. I'm gonna have the stream go on for like another couple minutes. Then I have to eat. But I think we went away from MGTOW, but it was fun anyway. They're pissed by gas taxes. It's much more than that. Wait, who's pissed by gas taxes? Hello? Did everyone leave after I said that? Yeah, it did. It went its own way. That's a real MGTOW fucking stream right there. Go in your own way. Oh, the French. I don't know, girls. Honestly, like mainstream, the mainstream, not mainstream MGTOW, but like regular people, when they hear MGTOW, they think they're all gay. And the comment that I got, the first comment I saw was that it's okay. You can't have sex with women, or you can have sex with men. And but the guy deleted his comment. I wish he kept it there. But everyone thinks it's being gay. Every regular person, when you tell them like men going their own way, they're like, "So you gay? So you're gay now, John?" It is very conservative. Yeah, it is very conservative. Well, it seems like the next generation, the young kids, are conservative. It seems like the younger generation is conservative. Like my generation of millennials, the nightmare generation, are a bunch of liberals who just destroy Starbucks. And then the young generation sees that and they're like, "Fuck that! I don't want to be part of that shit. That's fucking stupid. I'm gonna go the other way. I don't even care what's on the other side, but I'm gonna go to that side because these people are retarded." All right, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat. See you guys later. And I agree.